So, I just came back from the desert. I was in Joshua Tree, and I had a really good time. I spent a lot of time with my dog. Um, I spent time with a special friend, and I really had a good time. I was able to reflect a lot. I was able to meditate, really like recuperate a lot of my thoughts. I don't usually get the weekends off. I'm usually working on the weekends, and it just worked out really well. The stars were really beautiful. I went to Joshua Tree when I was a kid, like elementary school, and it was like called Astro Camp, and we would go look at the stars. So I had a really good time. I really enjoyed not having a lot of air pollution. I think that's the biggest thing that I noticed driving back from Joshua Tree to Los Angeles. There's just like a thick layer of fog that I was going into. And I thought, wow, like the air I breathe is disgusting. Um, and I really didn't notice. My friend said that she could notice just by breathing. Like she took a deep breath and she said, wow, this air is so clear. And I really didn't notice that. But I did feel I could see it. You can just see that thick layer of smog. And the air pollution is just crazy. I don't think about air pollution a lot, but I've been a lot more cognizant of it as of lately. Light pollution as well. I've been very cognizant of the light pollution. Being in the desert and huddle up around a campfire and be able to fall asleep like right away. There's no artificial light when it comes to like camping. And you can get that experience pretty much anywhere where you go camping, but especially in the desert where there's really nothing going on. It was awesome. Um, the people around us were really nice at the campsite. Yeah, I have Carlos. He's a pit bull, and everybody was pretty accepting of him. Nobody was super anti pit bull. Um, but a lot of people did keep a respectful distance, which I do appreciate. And I think the lack of artificial lighting was really helpful for me, especially like blue light. Once I can figure out how to stop going to sleep with like blue light, my phone next to my head, and like blue light just radiating and messing up my REM cycles and like my triggering insomnia, I really feel like I'm gonna hit a new peak, new level. But yeah, I was really just thinking about like those campfires, and just I was like really exhausted, like looking at the campfire. It's not the light, it's the blue light. It's so interesting how that works. Um, and I really enjoyed going hiking around Joshua Tree. It's stunning. It's an extremely beautiful place, and I got lucky. I was just looking at campsites. I couldn't find any, and just out of complete luck, while I was looking, like the campsite was completely booked, and somebody canceled as I was looking, so I was able to get a campsite. So I only planned it like 6 days ahead, but I really should have planned it like a month ahead. Those campsites fill up pretty quickly. Anyway, I had a really good time, and I got a nice little reminder of how difficult camping is. I haven't gone camping in a long time, so just learning about starting a fire again. You know, I had a lighter, and it was still difficult. I did it. Pitching a tent, I mean, come on, that's easy. Didn't struggle there, but getting the fire going did. It took me a little bit longer than it should have. And I forgot to get s'mores. Idiot. I forgot the s'mores. That's the most important part of camping. Anyway, it was nice. It was kind of bareback camping. Um, no glamping over here. But I had a good time still. And yeah, now that I just like, it's one of those things that you just can't unsee. That layer of smog just coming back into the city. And I just think, wow, that's the air I breathe every single day. It's disgusting. I want to get an air purifier in my house because, damn, this shit sucks. And it wasn't even like a particularly bad day. It wasn't like the 4th of July, like the day after the 4th of July where it's like, okay, of course there's going to be a lot of smoke in the air. No, just a random Sunday in the middle of October. Anyway, the weather was great. Joshua Tree is a desert, so the fact that I'm not going during the summer is awesome because it gets like to 110, 115 degrees. Fuck that. I do not want to go camping in that level of heat. And also I have Carlos, my dog, so I'm pretty sure Carlos would just die. He's black. He has black fur, so he would absorb all that heat. Ugh. But it was like mid-70s. Anyway, that's kind of enough about my camping. Let me talk a little bit about the lift. This was a back day, and as you can see, I'm doing bent over rows. And I'm doing like a progression. I'm adding 10 pounds every set. And I got to the point where I got to the top of the set, like where I maxed out. I think I was like around 110. I really got to write this stuff down. No, I got past 135. I think I got to like 155. These are all sets of 10. And I like looked up like how to do bent over rows. And I always thought that it was like kind of cheating when you're doing bent over rows and you're like just bringing it up to your stomach and it's not that far back. But I realized that looking at my form, I'm not really I'm not protracting my shoulders much while I'm bent over. I'm kind of starting in a shoulder retracted state. And when I'm bringing my the bar back, I should just bring it to my stomach because that motion triggers a lot more muscles than the muscles I'm doing before. So I think around this area is where I start doing it to my stomach. And I like really started to feel it. Yeah, see, I really started to feel it in there's muscles in between the spine and the scapula. Subscapularis? That doesn't sound right. Teres minor, teres major, whatever. The muscles in between my spine and my scapula were just firing, and it was a really good pump. I know pump isn't exactly the best way to measure muscle activation, but I definitely felt it. And just looking at the form, it looks a lot more clean, looks a lot more smooth, especially with my shoulders like actually going forward and then going back. Sure, I am cheating a little bit with my form, using a little bit of my traps, but that was also like on a decline, after I hit the top of my set. So yeah, a lot of form work, and when I go do my back day again, I'm gonna do these bent over rows again and see how much I can do. Because I think it was a lot more difficult doing these bent over rows with proper form than I was doing before. Because the way I was doing it before, I was just cheating. I didn't really address it at the beginning, but I did 325 pounds on my deadlift for 3 reps. I was trying to do 3 sets of 5 for that, and it just was not going. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing wrong that day. I probably should have wrote it down in my log, like my thoughts on why I did so poorly that day. But I think I just like ate a lot, or maybe I didn't eat at all. I'm just speculating at this point. I actually don't remember what happened. But yeah, I was not feeling super strong. Clearly, I wasn't able to get 325 pounds, which is interesting because I got 320, no problem. And I'm getting stronger. I'm weighing more. I should be making a lot of progress. All right, that's just a video, Carlos. Looking out the window. I thought he looked cute. Okay, that's all. I'll see you guys tomorrow.